Okay, so Clay and I just watched Trolls World Tour, which probably throughout the video I will just be referring to as Trolls 2. And he and I are both going to be off for the next few days, so we're going to try to work through these next 6 movies, but just now 5 movies after this one. We're going to try to get through them pretty quickly. We're planning on watching Croods 2 later tonight, which would mean tomorrow is the double feature where we're going to watch Spirit Untamed and Boss Baby Family Business back to back. And then on Wednesday, we'll see if we'll watch both Bad Guys and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So yeah, it is very theoretically possible that we will get all these movies done by the end of the week, which, holy shit. My unofficial goal was I want to get to the single digits by the end of March and hopefully by the end of April get these movies done. Because we would usually watch like 1, maybe 2 a week, but no, we've been fucking flying through this now. At the end is inside. I'm like, okay, all right, then we're gonna speed up the goal. Let's fucking go. So, Trolls 2. As I said in the first Trolls video, I was expecting the movie to be fine, but I'd have a soft spot for it because it was a musical. I thought it was going to be very overly cutesy, rainbowy, which is not inherently a bad thing, but I thought it was just not going to hit me. And the movie had just I don't want to say like just the right amount of a cynical edge. It was fucking oozing just this cynical, mean-spirited edge. Just a lot of the jokes and the basic premise and the plot is like aggressively mean, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. And on top of that, yes, I liked the song, so I had a soft spot for it. I think the biggest problem with the first movie is that there was not a longer version of Anna Kendrick singing Sound of Silence. I actually was looking at the other day, I was like, can I find like a full version of this? It doesn't seem to exist. This is a crime. This is a fucking crime! But aside from that, I actually think the movie's really, really good. So going into Trolls 2, I was like, okay, now that I know the first one is good, I have high hopes for the second one. I hope it'll be just as good, maybe even a little bit better. I hope that the movie doesn't lose its kind of cynical, mean-spirited sense of humor. It's like, well, shit, it now got really popular, so now we kind of gotta clean the image a bit. I hope it stays mean, and I don't think it's quite as mean as the first movie, but it still keeps that edge to it, and I had a really good time with it. My favorite recurring joke is Barb the Rock Troll Queen's dad is played by Ozzy Osbourne, and it's like he doesn't even know that he's there. Like, he kind of has, like, dementia, and it's like, after his first scene, I kind of looked at Clay, I was like, this feels really mean that he's just really out of it, doesn't really know what the fuck is going on, but it's kind of making me laugh, and I feel bad for laughing, because dementia's not funny, but I think it's just the fact that this is this Ozzy Osbourne troll who is like slowly making, actually, I think that's the Tomamo fan. It's like, what is, it's That's Rock and that's Tomamo Fox. But it's like him just slowly pulling it up. It's just funny to me. We have a lot of lore in this movie, some troll history, that there's multiple kinds of trolls for all different kinds of genres of music. You got the 6 big tribes. What is it? It's pop, rock, funk, country, techno, and classical. We don't get to see a lot of... Sorry, it's actually really hot in my car. I'm probably going to be sweating like crazy talking about this shit. Anyways, we don't see a lot of the classical trolls. You see the techno trolls at the very start of the movie, and it seemed, I was like, okay, this is pretty fucking cool. Dude, did she just, like, fuck up the stage by, like, playing a guitar solo and shot lasers out of her guitar? Okay, I'm down with this movie. Let's go. I'm gonna have a good time. And yeah, like, she starts turning people into rock zombies as part of the climax. What the fuck? Okay, there's so many parts in this movie where I felt like I was just on drugs. You've got, what's his name, like Mr. Pickles or Mr. Dinkles, the little caterpillar thing, almost dying and like seeing, like, welcome home, son. And then he wakes up and is like really unhappy that he woke up. You've got the country music town where, they're singing country music, so it's really depressing. I'm like, that's really funny. And you see what was the song? It was something about like how you're born to die, as you're seeing a bunch of cows make their way into a slaughterhouse and coming out as burgers. Like, there's that again, there's the mean-spirited humor. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I can't remember a whole lot of other moments. I just saw the movie and I can't think of other moments off the top of my head. But there was like a good, I think, no, here's another one. The smooth jazz scene when Poppy and Branch are just tripping balls. There are moments in this movie where I'm like, I feel like this was made on drugs. Like, this movie, it's like there's three things combined. Unbridled creativity. Like, I'm seeing a country centaur troll trying to lasso them and using the ends of his mustache as his ropes. Unbridled creativity mixed with a cynical sense of humor and a solid taste in music. That's a pretty dang good recipe for a good time, if I do say so myself. I just had a lot of fun just seeing whatever crazy shit they were going to throw at me next. Whatever songs I was going to hear next. You get a pop medley that starts with Wannabe by Spice Girls, which is, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. I've grown up with it. It's an important part of my soul. It's an important part of my culture. One of my favorite moments in any movie is in Small Soldiers, when Major Chip Hazard is giving his speech and he says the Commando Elite tagline at the very end, "We are the Commando Elite. Everything else is just a toy." And it immediately starts going, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, That moment, like those 15 seconds live in my head rent free and have lived in my head since I was like 4. It's art. I consider it high art. Probably no one else does, and that's fine. But I do. It means the world to me. So we've got a pop medley that starts with that. What were the other songs? It was like Gangnam Style, but whenever I hear Gangnam Style, I think of the South Park, I think it's the Blockbuster episode with Gangnam Stein as a Halloween costume, which I fucking love. I'm actually not remembering the other songs in the medley. But there was that. You get Crazy Train at one point, I think, as like pretty close to when you're about to see Ozzy Osbourne. I'm like, okay, that's cool. The big song at the end of the movie, I didn't like it as much as the big one at the end of the first movie. But, it's very colorful. It's very energetic. Clay at the end of the movie is like, this just reminds me of Friendship is Magic. And I'm like, I get that. I really do. And I fucking love me some Friendship is Magic. There's a part where... So Barb sends a letter to Poppy being like, hey, we're going to come get your string. So essentially we'll have control of your music. Later, losers. And Poppy's like, oh, let me write her back. It's like, maybe you and I could be best friends. And when Barb gets it, she's like, best friends? She and I have never even met. Is she making fun of me? You can't become best friends in 2 minutes. It takes years of dedication to getting to learn each other. What are you talking about? I laughed so hard at that. I was like, I don't know why I thought that was hilarious and amazing, but it was. Why are the Trolls movies really fucking good? I am now unironically really excited for Trolls 3 at the end of the year. I'm going to go out to watch that in theaters, and not just from the perspective of like, all right, it's a new DreamWorks movie. We've been working through them. We kind of got to go see them. Like, I really want to... Okay, there's a truck that just kind of stopped right outside my house. If I get murdered on camera, at least there will be some evidence. If I don't get murdered on camera, well, that just sounds like a... Oh, he's coming out with a vacuum. I deadass thought that was like a shotgun for a second. I was like, oh shit, I'm actually about to die on camera. Fucking whoops. Anyways, I'm unironically really excited for Trolls 3 now. They're a lot of fun. I don't know if... I feel like this movie to me is about as good as the first one. I don't think it's as mean-spirited or as consistently mean-spirited, but it still has that edge to it that I like. I don't know if it has more songs, but the songs are more varied. I think they're paced throughout the movie a little bit better. So I think the first one's a bit more backloaded with its songs, which I don't hate, but I like that it was paced more throughout. I like that there was more variation in the soundtrack. I don't know if I like the story more, but I like the world building and the lore more, and the fact it's like, yeah, this is basically like a Battle of the Bands kind of movie, and like, I fucking love that. This is just cool. I really like Barb. I like that she's just this rock bitch who's having a good time and just doing guitar solos and shooting guitar lasers. Fuck, I really like this movie. But yeah, we got 5 left. Trolls, as far as I'm concerned, is 2 for 2. Hopefully at the end of the year they go 3 for 3. Next is going to be Croods, A New Age. I think the first one is fine. Almost had a phenomenal ending that to me would have made the entire movie fantastic in hindsight. It didn't go that way, so I think it's okay with one really strong scene. We'll see what the sequel's like. I don't have high hopes, but I'm not dreading it either. I genuinely think it's going to be fine. But it's going to have Nick Cage in a leading role, so I'm just going to enjoy it. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Trolls 2, it kicked ass.